Hey, good morning, friends. It's Joe. Welcome to my animal spirituality video for Monday, August the 18th. Nice to be back here with you a second day. I hope that yesterday's video was helpful for you. Conflicts are a part of life and they take many different forms. We take one step at a time in all areas and we look to make improvements even just a little bit each day. With that, today I'm going to ask you to pray for the animals in this world that are overworked. There are many of them that are overworked and exploited. We know about the horse carriages in the cities in New York and elsewhere. We know about other animals, elephants and circuses and things like that, that are way too overworked. So I'd like you to take a few moments to pray, not only for them, but for wisdom for the people that are engaged with them, that they may be more respectful and compassionate and not work them too hard. Let's enter into prayer for that intention today. Thank you. And as I said yesterday, and I'll continue to say, doesn't mean we stop praying for this intention or other intentions. It's always good to stay in a state of prayer and meditation all day for good intentions for ourselves and for those in need. With that, today I want to talk about labels. Labels are something that can be very dangerous. Labels can lead to conflicts very easily, and they can become much too easily misunderstood or accepted over time. Now, some labels are true. If you want to label me a man that shaves his head, well, that's true. You want to label me a person who is too strict on certain areas of life, well, you may not know exactly what I'm all about. I could be much more kind of accepting than you think. My point is you don't always know the entire story. Now, there's two animals that I'd like to talk about. Those animals are donkeys and camels. Donkeys are labeled as very stubborn. Camels are labeled as being very mean. Well, here we have a very interesting situation. Neither of them live up to these labels. Donkeys are not stubborn at all. They only dig their heels in, literally, if they are being overworked. And they are. Much too much are they overworked and treated poorly when they can't carry loads that are 100 times more than they should. Camels are not nasty at all. They're very passive, calm animals. But when they're forced to walk with tourists on their back, like over and over and over again, hours upon hours, yeah, they might get a little nasty. So these labels are really not fairly associated with these animals, and it shows us that we can easily mislabel animals and people. The moral here is clear. We should absolutely try to resist labels unless we know for a fact they are true. So again, if you want to take me as an example, you could label me as a guy that shaves his head, whether that's in your mind good, bad, or indifferent. I do it. I have my reasons, but I do it. But you can't label me as something that you don't know is completely true, someone that's a little too rigid or strict. That may not be true. And if we can avoid doing that for others and ourselves, well, we can go a long way towards a higher level of peace. One more aspect to look at. Our friends, the donkeys and camels, both of which, by the way, I have an affection for. You have to push them pretty hard, put really hard for them to be stubborn and or nasty. They accept a lot before they get to that point. In the meantime, they remain stoic. They remain peaceful. They remain calm. And in those situations where they are pushed too hard and then some hero comes to their rescue, their gratitude is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So when we're mislabeled, let's try to remain calm. We could probably stick it out a lot longer than one would think, than we think. And once we can shake off that label one way or another, mostly by ignoring it, let's be gratitude enter into the picture for the lesson learned and for the example of being stronger for future situations. Well, my friends, that's my message for you on this Monday. As always, I hope it was helpful for you. I always welcome your comments and your thoughts. I appreciate them. And as I always say, I appreciate mostly your presence here with me. I want to wish you all a wonderful Monday. I look forward to being back with you more than likely on Wednesday with another scripture reflection. Until then, take good care and have a blessed and peaceful day.